So Bernys Immersive is a concept I've been developing since late December of 2023. And it's, some might think of it as a different genre of music. I don't personally think so. I don't think of it as a different genre of music. I would say it's a much more accurate comparison. It would be a variation of music. Basically the same relationship classical music has to sound art or sound scenography or field recordings when you listen to bird calls on a record or something like that. It's not, I don't think, of really much of a genre. It's because it's all rooted in the attitude towards the performance in a Bernys immersive piece, not so much in the sound itself. So the biggest inspiration for the inception of this idea came from Helen Bonney, who is a music therapist. She came up with guided imagery in music. She wrote several books on this concept, which I will hopefully share with some of you guys. And what's just a side note is that she died in Vero Beach, which is very close to where I am. But Bernys Immersive is still very different from GIM, is what she called it, because hers is much more introspective. Hers is much more in the self-awareness, inner awareness, and transcending the audience via the meditation in the song. My approach is a lot more external. It's a lot more external. Mine is not rooted in the song and how it makes the listener feels. Bernys Immersive is based on the relationship between the performer and the audience. More specifically, it's meant to break down the fourth wall in music. So Bernys Immersive, the definition for it, in one sentence, Bernys Immersive is when the performer instructs the listener or the audience to do something, and the audience's execution of that task is the song. It's not a byproduct of the song or a consequence of the song. It is the song itself. Now, so it is very different from GIM, where I would say GIM is a very perfect musical equivalent of visionary art, much like Alex Gray or people like that. But yeah, and Bernys Immersive music is very easy to make. You don't really need any musical ability whatsoever, because it's really just engaging with the audience into a much more artistic depiction of it, really. And I would like to have this be the future of where music is going, because one of my main intellectual interests around music is having music be a privilege to listen to, or be a privilege to watch someone perform live, or a privilege to buy an expensive instrument and then record music. It's meant to completely take down the relationship between the barrier between the performer and the audience. Let's say, I could do this right now actually. Let's say I record myself talking and then I share it on the internet. And what I instruct the listener to do is to go to a horse stable and pick a hair off of the horse and then blow it off of their hand. When they do that, that is the song. It's not inspired by the song, it is the performance itself. So the audience is performing directly with the performer, even if there's not really much, even if there's great physical distance or lack of self-awareness of the other party doing it. But that's the essence of it, really the absolute fundamentals of Bernys Immersive.